Hey guys, it's leg day in the 619. I got my man, IFBB Pro, Jared Wollman, getting ready for his pro debut, which we're super excited about later this year. And our boy, Mariano. Alan just recently won the Southern California Championships. He's getting ready for his first USAs. He's looking amazing. Of course, with his low-carb brain, he's about 10 minutes late, but he's coming. We're going to smash it. We're going to start warming up quads and hamstrings. Then we're going to go through a brutal quad workout. Talking about intensity today. Volume, time under tension, and angles, specifically for quads. Just as another variation to add some stimulation to the quads in different angles. If you notice, Jared's toes are straight up and down. When that works more of the rectus in the front part of the quad. Now we're going to warm up the outside and the inside. If he turns his toes slightly outward, what you're going to end up doing is putting a little more stress on the vastus medialis. You don't want to take a dramatic angle change, but a slight angle change will change the stimulation based on the stretch from the hip joint through the knee. So if you turn your toes slightly inward, you're going to get a little bit more contraction and stimulation through the lateralis. Just some nuances. If you do it with a slight change of direction only, you're not going to really put too much stress on the kneecap. Don't do it super heavy, but it's something to get a little bit more targeted overall blood flow through all the angles of the functional part of the quads. We're going to be heels straight up. You always want to have the toes flexed or the ankles flexed, so you take really the calf involvement out of it. If you get a slight angle of the toes inward, you're going to work a little bit more on the inside part of the bicep femoris. If you then turn the toes slightly outward, what you end up doing is putting a little bit more contraction stress on the outside part. So you can see that right here. Both heads are activated. When the toes are turned in, you also get a little bit of adductor involvement. Again, we want to warm up all the angles of the quads, so we have slight variation. Don't do it crazy heavy. When you're going crazy heavy or you're putting a lot of stress on the overall joint and musculature, you want to be in the proper biomechanical position. But with the warm-ups, you want to get a little bit more blood flow through all the areas. And if you want to focus on a post-exhaust type of situation, which we'll demonstrate later, you can put a little bit more squeeze and focus on certain weaker areas of your quads if you want to add a little bit extra shaping. That's one of the advanced techniques that we will utilize sometimes to create some specific detail in the quads so that we can change the shape and the look somewhat. This is going to be fun. Check this out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a couple different intensifying techniques that are very common. Because Jared's advanced level training, we have to bring in some different intensifiers to really make the training more effective. And we always talk about this. I learned from Coach Milos. You want to make a lightweight heavy. You want to make the movements harder, not easier. So what we're going to do is Jared's going to do leg extensions. And we're going to demonstrate peak contraction, where you're going to hold the top for 3 seconds with a 3-second eccentric phase. And I'm also going to add some extra resistance to the eccentric phase. The goal is 10 reps. What our goal is to cause momentary muscle failure and increase time to exhaustion, increase time under tension. Ready? Kick this up. 1, 2, 3. Toes are straight. 2, 3. Come up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to give you some eccentric. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Resist. 1, 2, 3. Resist. 1, 2, 3. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kick up. 1, 2. Full extension. Down. 2, 3. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. 2 more. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. 1 more. Kick up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 2, 3. And rest. Good. Awesome. Woo. Good work. So we actually put a lot more fatigue into a simple set of 10. We intensified the movement, so we're actually going to get a little bit more what we're going to call pre-exhaust. The pre-exhaust means we're going to tire out in an isolation movement before our compound movement. which is going to be leg press as our primary compound movement to start the workout. This is something that's going to increase the fatigue as we approach the heavier training, to make the heavier training actually heavier with a little bit lighter weight. So again, we focus on maintaining safety and technique integrity as we're pushing heavy weight, but we're always focusing on intensity, the amount of muscle fatigue that comes into each set, so we increase productivity, because productivity is always a function of intensity. 15 to 20, and then we'll go 15 to 20 in the leg curl. We're going to get started with some nice easy leg press. Here we go. Easy. Jared, feel good and warm? Awesome. Perfect. It's coming. It's coming. Here we go. Easy warm up. The warm up is going to be just 20 reps, nice and slow. Here we go. Nice and easy, full range. Excellent. Just a nice and slow, good pump. Get 20 to get blood moving. Now what we have here, this is our horizontal leg press. This one I think is an amazing machine, the way it's put together. It's not common to all gyms, but you're starting to see more and more of them. This is a company called Voice, but there's several different versions. This horizontal leg press, the way we're going to use it is a squat position, a typical squat position. Because Alan's only 3 weeks out from the show, today we're going to do heavy leg pressing, and we're going to do heavy, this is a squat press type machine, or a horizontal leg press. But for us, it's going to take the place of one of the type of squat angles, because we're going to hit all quads with the depth and the range of motion in the foot position. We're going to hit all the front part of the quads, and we're also going to bring in glute and hamstring utilization too. So this is a complete motion. I really like this machine because it's safe, and you can go heavy, you can go slow, you can vary the time under tension. It's a real useful machine for us. We're going to incorporate it today to get some real stimulation in Alan's legs, and Jared's too. Hey guys, this is Mariano. He's actually one of my good buddies from working with Coach Milos back in the day.
So Pete comes up, trains with us sometimes. Pete's a great trainer, great nutritionist, and knows what he's talking about, and he'll kick your butt in the gym.
What are you doing here?
I'm in town for the weekend, so I figured I'd come say hi. And
it's so good to see you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're actually taking a lot of Coach Milos' principles and applying them today in an eclectic way to some of what these guys are doing.
No joke when you apply that stuff.
Oh, it's awesome. This is my buddy Jared.
Hey, Jared, Matt.
IFBB Pro, and this is Alan. Alan's getting ready for USA's.
Okay, a couple weeks, man. Good luck, man. Probably feeling good right now, huh?
Yeah. It's good to see you, my man.
You too, Pete.
Yeah, good to see you. Not at all. Thank you. Very cool. Good, easy weight. Are you ready? Good. Glad you made it. I almost said we could schedule it for tomorrow so we can do a Barrett, but fuck it. Tomorrow you guys have plans. We'll get you through it. Yeah, safe and strong. Safe and strong. There you go, Jared. Plus, Jared didn't want to train without us. Here we go. Excellent. Excellent. Nice pump and squeeze. Yep. One of the important things to keep in mind when you're doing any leg exercise is range of motion, because the deeper the range of motion, the more complete the lower body stimulation. As you can see with these guys, we're not doing any half reps today. We're going to go all the way down, not necessarily ass to the grass as they call it, but with a full complete range of motion to involve the entire leg. We want to always hit hamstrings, glutes, and quads when we're smashing the entire lower body. Nice. Very good. Perfect depth. Excellent. Awesome. Here we go. Good. 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 Yep. Good. 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 There we go. So now we're going to increase a couple of different things in terms of intensity. We're going to go 5 slow reps up and down, with the eccentric and the concentric phase of the movement are going to be 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down. That's going to increase time under tension, which is dramatically going to intensify the movement. Then beyond that, after the first 5 reps in that style, we're going to go 5 ballistic explosive reps. Then we're going to go back to the same 5 slow up, 5 slow down. By stimulating all of the different functional components of the movement of the muscle, the fast twitch fibers, the endurance fibers, we're able to really get a complete stimulation all the way down to the bone. This is a very, very intense type of training. 5 up, 5 down for 5 reps, 5 ballistic reps, 5 up, 5 down for 5 reps, 5 ballistic reps. Time under tension and ballistic, push, aggressive, strong. The fatigue is incredible. The burn is crazy. The pump is insane. You guys are going to like this one.
We'll give you 2 on that. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect, Al. Here we go. I got you. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more like that, and you get a reprieve. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5-second pumps. Here we go. Ballistic and explosive. 1. Good. 2. Good. 3. Good. 4. Good. 1. 5 all the way up. Breathe. Now the hard ones. Okay, let's drop some weight before we pull one off. Awesome. You ready? 5 up, 5 down. I got you. Here we go. Lightweight. Nope. There we go. Yep. Go slow. And fast down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Make them grow. Make them grow. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Throw. IFBB throw. Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Push it off, baby. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. 4, 3.
Come on, Al. Yes,
Fast 5.
Get that shit out. Let's go.
Push them hard. Ready?
5 reps. Get him. 5. Come on. 4. Let's go. 3. 2. Get that shit. Let's go, Al. 1. Yes. Yes. Fuck yeah.
That's great. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 5. Pump. Boom. Explosive. 2. Yep, really push hard. Yes. Push hard. Yep. Push hard. Take it down. Good. Down slow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really good. Reset your line. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again. 4, 3. Excellent. 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Time under tension. Slow and still. That's slow concept. 4, 3, 2, 1. High ballistic. Yep, nice and short. 1, 2, up. One more. Up. Good job.
One of the things that I recently saw, there was an article that was a study done and published in National Strength and Conditioning Journal about slow concentric repetitions and how they really do increase stimulation, increase hypertrophy. to high intensity training. Coach Milos actually had taught me that last year when we were training. We did a lot of slow concentric stuff, and it's super painful. It's actually hard because we have more strength when we do our eccentric phase of the movement, and there's the instinct, if you want to do anything with a slow time under tension type of technique, is to focus on the eccentric phase, but you're stronger. So if you actually take the concentric, which is the weaker of the two phases, and you put that into time under tension, it's crazy. Slow concentric reps, painful. We're incorporating both into this one. 5, 5, 5, 5. This is fun.
Got it? Reset him up. Reset him up. All you need is 5 here. Let's grow. Yep. Careful on those knees. Here we go. Yep, right there. Good. Excellent. Squeeze. Yep, one more. Awesome. No. Here we go. No. Practice. No. Yes. No. No. Yep. No. Good. Now breathe. You're going to bend. One more. Come on. Good. Come on. Let's do more. Got 2 more. Come on. Yep. Come on. Finish it. Take it down really slow.
All right, now we're going to work on one of my favorite leg presses. This is an old school hammer strength horizontal leg press. This one we're going to bring the stance in so we get a little bit more stretch through the vastus lateralis to encourage sweep. This is going to be something that's awesome, but we're going to increase volume to what we call a century set. This is going to be super painful. What we're going to do is set the weight so that you're failing around every 15 to 20 repetitions. We keep on going with multiple momentary muscular failure occurrences. This is going to keep the intensity super high because really it's momentary muscle failure that stimulates maximal response to the training. In one set, we're going to hit it with a goal of probably 5 or 6 times hit muscle failure. This is going to be a really fun set. They're going to love it. Well, they're not going to love it, but their legs will love it. There you go. As deep as you can. Awesome. Good. One of the great things about this machine, if you look at the range of motion again, they change the angle slightly with the torso to the hips, but it's a tremendous range of motion. It's going to involve glutes and hamstrings in the posterior chain throughout the entire part of the movement, especially the lower he goes. We want to really bury the range of motion, so we incorporate every part of the lower extremities. But we're going to change the foot position to stimulate more on the sweep. We're doing an acclimating set now as we get used to the angle change, and then we're going to go from there into our century.
Yep, move straight. There we go. Good. You can really deep. Good. Yep. Good. 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 We're working today, man.
100, you ready?
Yes. I'm gonna be spinning Mexican backwards.
Keep in mind, the body becomes its function. So when we do these high volume sets, we're not trying to become marathon runners. These are still powerful fucking movements. This weight is gonna feel heavy because of what we've already done preceding this, with the pre-exhaust and then with that squat press. Here we go. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7, excellent, 8, 9, 20, good, 1. It's okay to fail. Yep. Yep. Here we go. Awesome. Where you at? Ready? Nice. All the way down, all the way down.
enough. Awesome. Right there. 59. 60. Yes. That's failure again. Let's go. Go on. Yes. 10, 10, 10, 10. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. Gotcha. Up 5. Come on. Up 6. Up 7. Good. Up 8. Up 9. All the way up. Up 10. There you go. That's 5 failures. Go. 1. Yep. Come on. 2. Come on. 3. Come on. 4. Come on. 5. Yes. Good. Beautiful job. Excellent. 65. 65. 75. 10, 10, 5. Easy. 1. Yep. 2. Yep. 3. Good. 4. Good. 5. Good. 8. 40 J. 41. 42. 43. 44. Excellent. 20. 1. Yep. 2. 3. 5, 6. Here we go. Super strong. 5. Yep. 62. Chisel down 8. 70. 8 strong. 8. 9. 10 more. 1. 2. 4. Good. 3. Come on. 2. Gotcha. 5. 5. Just 5. Clock it. 1. 1. 2. Gotcha. 3 more. 1. That's awesome. You know what? They could have quit at any time along the way because the burn is tremendous, the pain is tremendous. But you know what? These guys are both super hungry, so it makes me very excited to be able to spend time pushing them and helping them get to their goals because this is inspiring stuff. It's pain, it's fun, it's good stuff. Excellent.
Lightheaded. No carbs. Just fats and vegetables.
That's the end of our leg session. We smashed it today. These guys left nothing for the ride home. That's how you want to train, maximum intensity. You want to make sure you empty the tank before you drive home. This is how you grow. Intensity equals maximum growth. Super proud of these guys. Alan's 3 weeks out from USA. He's got very little gas in the tank to begin with. Jared's getting ready to smash his pro debut. Biggest show of his life. He's coming up to step on stage with some monsters. Working really hard. I'm proud of these guys. They work really hard week by week. This is a glimpse into what we do here in the 619. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more exciting, fun training. Great work. Really good. Really good. Really good job.